So this is a very boring slideshow. It is a scientific presentation, just to warn you. And it's about entropy and love and eggs and the end of the universe as well. And we'll find out why in a couple seconds. Okay, so entropy is basically low entropy, so this is the boring part. Low entropy is low energy. High entropy is high energy. Just want to reinforce that, say that a couple times. Low entropy is low energy. High entropy is high energy. Another way to think about entropy is a way of things being from a very non-chaotic state to a very chaotic state, as we can see on the graph, hence, as it mixes up. Babies are a very low entropy. They're a very non-chaotic state. Hummers that have just gotten into an accident and are a very high chaotic state. So that's a rather informal expression of entropy. Entropy is also the way our universe is headed. It's a one-way trip for all of us, including the universe. So the universe is going to be a bunch of black holes in endless space. So something to look forward to and talk to your kids about, apparently. Entropy, therefore, should be feared. It's a big problem for us, right? It's going to lead to our demise. We're going to sell some T-shirts, and then we die. That's basically what we have to look forward to if we go this route. But at the same time, we need entropy. It's essential. We've got to power our cars. We've got to bake cakes. We've got to make fires to sit in front, read magazines about cars and cakes, and other good stuff. So entropy is actually an essential component to living the good life. So I'm going to do a little experiment with entropy. I'm going to make an egg sandwich using little entropy. So let's see what the next slide is. It is going to be an egg, I think. You never know. Okay, it's an egg. So an egg is a low entropy state. Everything's together. It's a very organized state of being. But I don't want to eat a raw egg. I want to cook my egg because that's what I want for obvious reasons. So the first thing I need to do is I got to crack it. I'm going to throw that egg in a pan. I'm going to cook that egg. As I crack the egg, I can't uncrack the egg. As I cook the egg, I can't uncook the egg. But what I really want is a cooked egg. So how am I going to cook the egg? I'm going to throw it onto either, this is the science part again, I'm sorry. So I'm going to put it on a stove with gas, electric, or inductive cooker, and see which is the best way to do it. It looks like the inductive cooker wins, uses the less amount of energy or entropy for this cooked egg. So that's good news. Problem solved. It's not that easy because entropy is about the universe. It's about the end of the universe, but it's also about cooking eggs. So we have to remember that the connection we have with cooking the egg is not just that inductive cooker, which won our little game, but it's about where the energy comes from. In our case, the energy is going to come from a power plant. Rawhide, just up the hill here. You guys can take a tour of it sometime. And Rawhide, they use a lot of energy. About 65% of that energy is lost in heat. 35% comes down the pike, and that's for us to enjoy. The rest of it just goes out in the universe and degrades the universe. Actually, another 15% gets lost as it goes through the power lines. So we lost a little bit more in heat. So about 80% of what we were using to cook that egg just went out into the universe making black holes at some point. So that means that our gas stove is the low entropy winner. And this is about the universe, remember, so I just want you guys to keep that in mind. But it still is not that easy because if we hooked up this wonderful inductive cooker, which you all should buy, I think they're wonderful, hooked it up to one of those wind generators just across the border up there in Wyoming, pretty good deal. Doesn't take much loss of energy. You've got your inductive cooker, you have a beautiful egg. Use that inductive cooker, cook your egg, make your sandwich. You can heat your home at the same time because it's a super insulated house, like this is a passive house. They're made for humans and devices to actually heat the house. Get rid of all your heating equipment. And after you eat your egg, I want you to get on your bicycle, get a 12-pack more of eggs, and start the whole process over again. That's how entropy works. We're going to use less of it, but it's actually a love affair because that is the way the future is going to be. This is an egg being apparently cooked on somebody's PC. So that's extremely low entropy. So use your imagination. Thank you very much.